Let me know. Those are the only ones. All right. Okay. For about my 300th time, I'm going to call the City Council meeting to order on this January 9th. A very special night. We're going to swear in 3 new council members tonight, so we're really excited to do that. Before we present the colors and say the pledge, I've had a lot of opportunity to say a lot of things, so I'm not going to say much. I'm not going to waste any time. I've recognized a lot of people who I think need to be recognized. I'm not going to do that again. Tonight's Paul's night and Natalie and David's night, and you'll hear from them shortly. But a couple of people I didn't get a chance to thank, I think, was some of our representatives. One is Carol Spackman Moss, who's right here. Carol is entering her final, how many, Carol?
26th year.
26th year. And Doug Owens, who I just saw walk in, thanks so much for being here. I just want to make a brief comment about how proud I have been to have the representatives we have had serving this community. Doug, I think he might be the single male. Yes. Am I wrong? We've had Pat Jones, and we've had Patrice Arendt, and we've had Stephanie Pitcher, and Carol, and J.D. Iwamoto. And not only are they, gender notwithstanding, they are unbelievably smart, compassionate representatives of this community. And I've just been so proud to have them serving Holladay. And I just want to thank them for their service before I get out of here. And just 2 more people. I think Chief Mazarin, I'm probably looking right at him. Where's Chief Mazarin? Chief Mazarin, who's the head of our Unified Police Department, who has always been so supportive. We're honored to have you here tonight, Chief. And our newly minted mayor and friend from Mill Creek, Sherry Jackson, who's right over here. Raise your hand, Sherry. We've had incredible partnerships with all of our abutting cities. Mill Creek, probably the top. We share some of our police resources through Unified, but also we share a couple of sergeants, and same with our Unified Fire Services and just everything else. It's always been just a great friendship that we've had with the city of Mill Creek, and we look forward, and I know Paul looks forward to working with you, Sherry, down the road. So with that, we're going to start with a presentation of the colors. We're honored to have representatives from Unified Fire Authority and Unified Police Department Color Guard here to present the colors. Once they approach and present arms, we're also honored to have Paul's father, Steve Fotheringham, who has graciously agreed to step forward and lead us in the pledge. And with that, if I could ask everybody to rise for the presentation of the colors.
Attention. Port arms. Forward. Front. Detail. Halt. About face. Present arms. Repeat after me.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Port arms. Post colors.
Take your seats, please. Again, thanks to the Unified Fire and Police Color Guards for that service and that presentation. We appreciate it. Okay, before we get into the swearing-in ceremonies, we are really, really honored to have my good friend and former council colleague, Steve Gunn's going to share a few words. Ginger's here with him, and Ginger served on our Arts Council for a number of years as well, served this city, started a couple of the dance programs we enjoyed at Olympus Junior High. But Steve was an attorney in the community for years, then joined our council and helped us really get to where we are today. So we're honored to have Steve Gunn say a few words tonight. So come on up, Steve.
Well, when I was invited, nobody said I was going to speak a few words. I'm sorry, Commissioner, but I have some notes after all. I had the honor of serving on the City Council for 8 years, from 2012 to 2020, and it was a great experience. I'm of the age now, 82, when I begin to think about my legacy. I call it the obituary composition phase of my life. And I hope that that obituary will say that I was a good husband and a good father and a good friend and a good neighbor. But I also hope that it will mention my service to the community on the Holladay City Council. Service, I think, should be an important component of all of our lives. I am a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and we, in our faith, recognize a book called the Book of Mormon as being scripture. And there's a passage from the Book of Mormon that I'd like to quote to you. And it goes something like this: "When ye are in the service of your fellow humans, you are in the service of your God." And I believe that. I believe that by serving others, either on an individual basis, on our community basis, we are serving our God. Martin Luther King also said something about service. He said, "Everyone can be great because everyone can serve." Now, we are here today to witness the installation of 2 members of the City Council and of a new mayor. I think it is appropriate that we also honor those who have served in various public capacities. I think, for example, of the members of our Planning Commission, members of the Arts Council, members of the Historical Commission, members of the Tree Committee, and members of the, let's see, what's it called? The Planning, let's see, the Planning Approval, what is it? Planning Approval Committee? Well, anyway, all of those who have served in various capacities as volunteers or as elected officials, I think it is appropriate for us to honor them tonight. And in a moment, I'll give you an opportunity to show you that you agree with me by your applause. I want to mention 2 individuals in particular who, to me, epitomize public service and the ideal public servant. One of those is our outgoing mayor, Rob Dolly. I've served with him for 6 years on the City Council. And I came to admire him and to respect him as a great public servant. Another person whom I would like to honor tonight is someone mentioned already by Mayor Dolly, and that is our own Carol Spackman Moss, who has served us well for 25 and will be 26 years as a member of the legislature. These are people who I think epitomize the virtues of public service. They are dedicated, they have vision, they have empathy, and they have good people skills. And I have been honored to have associated with both Carol and with Rob. I want to tell you a story. It was an experience I had when I was on the city council. And here, Ginger starts to get nervous because I start to tear up. But I should have warned you in advance that I'm a bit of a weeper. When I was on the city council, with about 2 years to go, we had one of those periodic controversies that arise, it seems, on a weekly basis about a new development in the city. This particular development was the condominia that ultimately were built on the property adjacent to Harmon's. You know the ones I mean. Well, there was a neighborhood, there were several people who objected to the building of that development. And it's the usual objections, increased traffic, burden on the schools, unsightly design, you name it. One of the hotbeds of objection or of resistance to this development was a neighborhood in my district, the district which Drew now represents. Well, one day, when Ginger and I were coming out of Driggs School, Driggs Elementary, we had just been looking at student artwork at the elementary school. We're coming out of the school, and coming up the path going into the school was an old friend of mine, Dave. I'd known Dave since college days. Now, that's a very long time. And Dave was from this very neighborhood of which I speak. Dave engaged us in conversation and quickly told me about his objection to this very condominium development. I didn't bother to tell him that the city council rarely gets involved in the decision about approval of developments. That's usually a planning commission or even just a staff decision. But after Dave had told me why he was opposed to this development, I told him that I didn't agree with him, that I was not persuaded by his reasoning in opposing the development. Dave looked at me for a few minutes, well, not a few minutes, a few seconds, and then he said, members of the city council get political donations from realtors, don't they? So there was a good friend who was accusing me of impropriety. I didn't say anything to Dave, but Dave, in his defense, was simply saying that he understood my dilemma. He understood that I, as a politician, would occasionally have to lay my principles on the flame of ambition. That to be a politician was to be compromised in one's ethics. The Chinese philosopher Confucius said, "Act with kindness, but expect no gratitude." I have a corollary for those of you who serve the public, particularly elected officials. It is serve with integrity, but expect no gratitude. Now I'm going to contradict what I just said by saying something to Natalie. Where are you, Natalie? There's Natalie. And to David, who have agreed to pick up the torch of public service. What I want to say to you is thank you. And I also want to thank those who have served on the council and are leaving. Emily. And Rob. And not Matt. Todd. Ty has already left the council.
He's already retired.
So I want to thank you for your service. And I want to change the way I'm saying this. I want to say it this way. We thank you, because I think I can speak for all of you in saying that we thank you for your service. I want to thank also those who are continuing to serve, Drew and Matt, and especially Paul, our new mayor. And I want to thank those who have served in the past, my fellow members of the council, and indeed all of those who have served the city so well. But finally, I want to thank Rob and Carol. Carol, you have served us well. You have made us proud. Thank you. Please join me in showing your...
Thank you, Steve, for those kind words. Keeping it with the gratitude message, just a final note of gratitude to all our firefighters and police officers here, Chief Mazur and Chief Hoyle. It's been just an honor to serve on those boards, represent them a few years as chair, and I hope our citizens realize how lucky we are to have such incredible first responders supporting this community. So we will swear in our two council representatives first, and they will come up onto the dais, and I'll give them an opportunity to make their remarks. Once you have made your remarks, Natalie and David, then I'll invite Paul down to be sworn in as the new mayor, and then I'll pass the gavel to you. We are very, very lucky to have the Honorable Augustus Chin, our Justice Court judge, here to perform those swearing-in ceremonies, and we will start with District 1 Representative, soon to be, David H. Sunwall.
Please repeat. I, David Sunwall. I, David Sunwall. Having been elected to the office of council member. Do solemnly swear. That I will support, obey, and defend. The Constitution of the United States. And the Constitution of this state. And. That I will discharge the duties. Of my office. with fidelity.
Now, Natalie Bradley, District 3.
I, Natalie B. Bradley,
I, Natalie B. Bradley,
having been elected to the office of council member,
having been elected to the office of council member,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support, obey, and defend
that I will support, obey, and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of this state,
and the Constitution of this state,
and
and
that I will discharge
that I will discharge
the duties of my office with fidelity.
the duties of my office with fidelity.
Congratulations.
As Natalie makes her way up onto the dais, we're going to turn it over to David first, and then Natalie, if they want to say, I guess I can't say few remarks anymore, right, Steve?
Oh, that's my first lesson of the day. Okay, thank you. I just want to, I think keeping with the spirit of gratitude, just express my gratitude for the opportunity that I've been given by the voters in Holladay to have this chance to serve. Grateful, especially for my family, for their support and their love, and for helping make this possible. I couldn't do it without you. Just as I joined this council, I just want to say I'm really eager to learn what I'm supposed to be doing here, how the city operates and contribute, build on the contributions that have been made before me, and hope I can carry my share and help with serving our wonderful city. I've already been really impressed with the city staff and how great they run things. I'm looking forward to working with them as well as with Mayor Fotheringham and the rest of the city council. I'm sure there'll be chances, since this is a democracy, that we won't always agree. But I hope that once, when that happens, that we can do so with civility, and I commit to working with you and hoping to learn from you and understand your positions as I strive to express my own positions. And I just want to say to the people of the city that I'm here to listen and to learn and work with you, and I hope I can live up to this charge to serve. So thank you very much.
Did I turn? Yeah, that's on. Perfect. I just want to thank you all for coming out this evening first. I am deeply honored to be here today and accept this responsibility to serve upon the City Council. Holladay is not just a place that I live. It is a place that has shaped my sense of community and belonging. Being able to serve the city is something I'm incredibly grateful for, and I don't take that responsibility lightly. I look forward to working aside our city staff, my fellow council members, and the residents of this community. I especially want to thank my family and friends for their constant love and support and patience, and especially to my husband, who I can't look at right now. You have pushed me to run for office for almost a decade, and thank you for being my constant supporter. You have listened to me talk about city issues far more than you ever expected or wanted, and I could not have done this without you. Thank you for being my partner in this endeavor. As I step into this role, I promise to listen, to work hard, and to be thoughtful in the decisions that are made. I believe the best outcomes come when we work together, and even when we don't always agree, and keep our focus on what's best for Holladay and her citizens. I'm proud to serve, I'm excited to get to work, and grateful to give back Grateful for the chance to give back to my city that has given me so much. Thank you.
And now Judge Chin will swear in our new mayor.
I, Paul Fotheringham,
Having been elected to the office of mayor,
having been elected to the office of mayor,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support, obey, and defend
that I will support, obey, and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of this state,
and the Constitution of this state,
and
and
that I will discharge the duties
that I will discharge the duties
of my office with fidelity.
of my office with fidelity.
Congratulations.
They said I could take this.
All right, off the record for just a minute. Gina's getting nervous already. I'm sometimes known as a bit of a goofball. I own that part of my identity. That's good. 45 years ago, as a senior at Olympus High, Matt can attest, goofball was virtually my entire identity. If back then it were suggested that Paul Fotheringham would be the future mayor of Holladay, a totally reasonable response would have been, yeah, maybe when hell freezes over. No. And it got awful cold today. But I don't know how hell's temperature affects the conditions in the heaven of Holladay. So I think it's just a coincidence. But Chief Hoyle, just to be safe, you may want to be on the watch for pigs flying. Okay, on the record. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mayor Daly, now the Honorable Mr. Rob Daly. Thank you again and again, Rob, for being the guiding light for Holladay for the last 12 years. Thank you for leaving this corner of your world not only better than you found it, but also with a launching pad built for us who will carry on. Cheers to you, sir. Also, thank you to the voters of Holladay who have entrusted me with the honor of serving as mayor. Serving on the city council for the last 8 years has been personally meaningful and honor and fun, and I hope and expect for more of the same as I assume the mayor's chair on the dais. Thank you to my colleagues on the council, both past and present, including the Honorable Mr. Rob Daly, Lynn Pace, Sabrina Peterson, Steve Gunn, our speaker today, Mark Stewart, Brett Graham, Dan Gibbons, Ty Brewer, Councilmember Drew Quinn, Councilmember Matt Durham, Councilmember Emily Gray. It's truly an honor to be associated with each of you in public service to our city. Also, a special thank you to my mentors in the public service arena, Senator Janie Iwamoto, Representative Carol Spagman-Moss, Senator Patrice Arendt, my predecessor on the council, the Honorable Ms. Pat Pignanelli. Also thanks to fellow public service colleagues, former Mayor Jeff Silvestrini, Senator Kathleen Reeby, former Representative Galen Benyon, now the Mayor of Cottonwood Heights, and also my good friends, Mayor Dustin Gettle of Midvale and Mayor Tish Baroker of Riverton. Also thanks to my senior campaign advisor, Cindy Gubler of Wilkinson Ferrari, who's here, who kept me sane and on message during the campaign. Thanks, Cindy. Lastly, special thank yous to my wife and biggest supporter, Lisa, and my family, including my parents, Steve and Darla Fotheringham, who are even prouder Holladay residents today than they already were. I wonder why that is. And thank you to my lovely grandchildren, Holladay residents. I practiced this. Luke and Rosie Fotheringham, in whom I perceive the meaning and purpose of my life in greater relief. They are a reminder that the work we do in this city hall isn't just for the next fiscal year, but for the generation that will inherit the shade of the trees we plant during our moment in time. Moving forward, I am so looking forward to serving with our new council, which adds 2 new members, Natalie Bradley and Dave Sundwall. Welcome, welcome. I'm confident you will have a great experience serving on the council. I'm sure I can speak for the rest of the council when I say that the highlight of public service in Holladay is working with our excellent city staff. Their smarts and professionalism are a backstop for us amateur citizen public office holders who are crazy enough to campaign and run for office. And though the staff always respects the council's role for setting policy, we on the council are always grateful for their thoughtful and professional advice. And as mayor, I will be upgrading my subscription to that advice and counsel. Since we have a crowd, let's take a moment to recognize our key city staff, our Holladay's Dream Team. As I call your name, just raise your hand or stand up if you like. First, our band leader, city manager Gina Chamness. Usually next to Gina is Todd Godfrey. He's out in the hall. Our city attorney, Todd Godfrey of Hayes Godfrey Bell. Our assistant city manager, Holly Smith. Are you here, Holly? Or did you go home? Oh. Of course, our city recorder, Stephanie Carlson. Next to her is our community and economic development director, John Tierlink. Our city engineer, Jared Bunch. I know Jared's here. Our city finance director, Christian Larson. Christian's here, I think. He's out in the back. Okay. Economic Development and Housing Manager, Ann Francis Garcia. Our Parks and Facilities Manager, Thomas Norbert. Weren't the lights on the plaza this year, the bomb? Well, that was great. That's Thomas's doing. Arts and Culture Manager, Megan Adderman. Communications Manager, Lena Costa. I know Lena's here. And, of course, our Justice Court Judge, Augustus Chin. And representing 2 of my favorite organizations, first, Holladay's UPD Police Chief, Justin Hoyle. And Holladay's UFA Fire Department Liaison, Captain Dan Brown. I know I've left off a bunch of other great city employees, Joe, Jackie, Crystal, Rob, Carrie, Justice, Nate, Nick, and another Rob, and more. Thank you to city staff, and thanks for guiding we on the council so to stay inside the tram lines to a degree and keep the city running. Thank you. The next 4 years, the council and staff will have some meaningful heavy lifting. In the next 4 years, we will build out a new 12-acre city park at Spring Lane Elementary site. This will happen in phases, with phase 1 expected to break ground in spring of 2027, potentially sooner if we have continued extended mild autumns like this past year. We'll also start a significant update to City Hall in order to avoid a much more expensive tear-down rebuild, and instead a retrofit project to extend the life of this great historic 100-year-old building for another 25 to 40 years. This project will get underway in spring of this year. Now, these 2 generational projects will be facilitated with a 20-year AA plus rated municipal bond from your AAA rated City of Holladay with an interest rate under 4%. The city will also continue to facilitate the build out of the 58-acre Cottonwood Mall Holladay Hills project, primarily through the efforts of our excellent Planning Commission and city planning staff into a renewed economic engine and gathering center for Holladay and beyond. Some other important themes for the next 4 years include maintaining our strong partnerships with our public safety partners, UFA and UPD, continuing support of community connections and quality of life via support of Holladay Arts Council, Historical Commission, Tree Committee, Business Advisory Committee, Youth Council, Happy Healthy Holladay. Also, We'll focus and continue our thoughtful stewardship and upkeep of our city roads and infrastructure, but also we intend to maintain a property tax assessment well below the county average property tax rate for our citizens and businesses. So bottom line, our home of Holladay will continue to evolve as the loveliest gem, not only on the East Bench, but the loveliest gem of a city in the Intermountain West. Just last month, at the Holladay Rotary Christmas Club party, Rotary Club Christmas party, I met a young couple who had just upgraded their life this year by moving from Beverly Hills to Holladay. As we in Holladay know, any day you wake up in Holladay, that's a great start. So lastly, to my colleagues on the council and to the staff, let's do our very best for our great little city and for our citizens, and have some fun while we do so. That's all I got. Thank you. We're adjourned. Let's have some punch and cookies across the hall. Thank you.
Well, thank you.
We're excited to have you. Thank you.